Chosen one, listen closely because there are moments in your lifetime when time stops speaking in seconds and begins speaking in signs. And December 7th is not just a day on the calendar, but a cosmic engraving, a spiritual timestamp, a divine checkpoint carved into the fabric of your destiny. A moment that has been circling you, following you, whispering to you long before you were ready to understand it. The universe has been aligning pieces, shifting frequencies, turning invisible gears to prepare you for what is about to open. And this message is not meant for everyone. Only those who feel the pull in their chest, the vibration in their bones, the awakening in their intuition will know this prophecy is meant for them. December 7th will activate something ancient inside you, something that has been asleep, waiting for this exact alignment. As we begin, breathe deeply and allow these words to pour into you like a transmission from the higher realms. And before we step into the gates of this revelation, like this video, subscribe, and comment, "I am ready," not for algorithms, but as a declaration to the universe that you are stepping into alignment with your divine timeline. Tonight, the universe speaks. Tonight, you awaken. Because there comes a moment when heaven stops observing and intervenes directly, when divine timing reaches its peak and destiny refuses to wait any longer. And December 7th is that moment, a cosmic reset, a sacred reordering, a divine recalibration of your path, your energy, your relationships, your opportunities, and your spiritual identity. The pressure you've felt, the sudden endings, the unexpected shifts, people pulling away, old patterns collapsing. These were not signs of ruin, but signs of preparation, emptying you so something greater can enter. On December 7th, a spiritual doorway opens that has been sealed for years, a portal of realignment that only the chosen ones can walk through, bringing not just blessings, but clarity, power, direction, and a new blueprint for your soul's mission. The universe is not giving small adjustments. It is initiating a full reset, where nothing remains the same, because nothing is supposed to. December 7th marks the release of 7 divine interventions, 7 turnings of fate, 7 miracles sent into your path that unfold through synchronicity, intuition, unexpected opportunities, and sudden realizations that reshape everything you thought was fixed. These miracles are not random, but answers to your suffering, your endurance, your silent prayers, and your unseen tears, because the universe recorded every moment you stayed loyal to your soul when the world tried to break you. Now the return begins as these miracles lift you higher than your past can reach, closing doors you were too loyal to leave and opening ones you never imagined existed, repositioning you, restoring you, and revealing why your journey had to be so difficult. The miracles arrive in waves, each preparing you for the next. And on December 7th, the first wave begins by transforming your energy field, releasing the heavy vibration of fear, guilt, shame, doubt, and survival patterns, dissolving them without your permission, allowing clarity, lightness, and inner calm to rise as the first miracle of liberation. When your energy rises, your destiny rises with it. On December 7th, the second miracle unfolds, the alignment of destiny, straightening your path, sharpening your purpose, amplifying your intuition beyond your doubt, bringing back opportunities once lost, guiding you through perfect timed encounters, dissolving blockages, and turning confusion into direction as fate moves pieces on your behalf. The third miracle is removal, the divine extraction of counterfeit energies, relationships, intentions, and opportunities as truth reveals itself, stripping away what drains you or delays you, bringing endings disguised as protection to clear space for your higher timeline. The fourth miracle is the recalibration of your inner voice, shifting your self-talk from fear to truth, raising the frequency of your thoughts, awakening ancient inner intelligence, making your intuition louder than external opinions as your higher self takes the lead, guiding you with clarity and confidence. The fifth miracle is restoration, where the universe revisits the chapters where you suffered and returns the essence of what you lost in a higher, purified, aligned form. Dreams reigniting, opportunities reopening, worth being recognized, timing correcting itself, and divine justice rewriting your story. This is not nostalgia, but resurrection, proving nothing meant for your soul ever disappears. It simply waits for the version of you strong enough to hold it. December 7th initiates all of this at once, preparing you for the elevation your spirit has been destined for since the beginning. It is a reminder, a sacred nudge from the universe, that you were never overlooked, never abandoned, never left to suffer without purpose. Every tear you shed nourished the ground beneath your destiny. Every loss made room for something greater. Every setback shaped your capacity to hold the blessings that are returning to you now. December 7th releases a wave of restoration so powerful that it doesn't just refill what was taken. It raises you above the level you once stood. This miracle rises slowly, steadily, irresistibly. It carries the message that nothing aligned with your soul can ever truly be taken. It evolves, it matures, it waits to return in its highest form. There comes a moment in every chosen one's life where progress is no longer produced by effort alone, but by divine intervention. Portals open not because you fought, but because you endured. December 7th ushers in the sixth miracle, unexpected elevation. This uplift may appear through doors you didn't knock on, connections you didn't seek, or people who suddenly recognize your worth with stunning clarity. Your rise will come not from striving, but from alignment. You have been positioned in the correct vibration, the correct spiritual posture, for blessings to find you effortlessly. What once seemed unreachable moves toward you with certainty. This miracle is not coincidence, it's coordination. Everything begins lifting, your energy, your environment, your opportunities, as though the universe itself has taken your hand to guide you into a future even your past couldn't imagine. Chosen One, the final miracle released on December 7th, isn't a gift you see. It's a protection you feel. A divine shield activates around your life. Energies that once overwhelmed you lose access. Attacks that once drained you fall flat. Cycles that once repeated themselves dissolve. Doors that led to pain close silently and permanently. This protection isn't isolation, it's preservation. Heaven secures the version of you that is rising. Before you take your next step, the spiritual realm fortifies you for the journey ahead. December 7th seals your path so nothing and no one can sabotage what is unfolding. Some days shift your emotions, others shift your destiny. December 7th belongs to the latter. This date is woven into your timeline as a checkpoint, one you were always meant to reach. Everything you survived, the heartbreak, the betrayal, the closed doors, the quiet nights of pleading, was preparation, not punishment. The pressure you carried wasn't crushing you, it was shaping you. December 7th marks the moment when your past releases its grip and destiny begins pulling you forward with undeniable force. You enter this portal not as the wounded version of yourself, but as the awakened one who understands that nothing was wasted and nothing can stop you now. This shift alters you from the inside out. December 7th recalibrates your inner compass. You'll find yourself choosing peace over chaos, certainty over confusion, self-worth over seeking approval. The transformation is subtle but unmistakable. Your presence changes, your decisions change, your energy changes, your intuition sharpens, your aura intensifies. Boundaries become rooted in truth rather than fear. You align with the higher version of yourself, the one the universe has been preparing behind the scenes. Anything misaligned simply falls away. For years you held dreams that refused to manifest, suspended in possibility but out of reach. You questioned your timing, doubted your worth, wondered why doors opened for others while you waited. December 7th ends that waiting. This shift is not about trying harder. It's about the divine clock striking your hour. Doors begin to open. Stagnation breaks. Movement returns. Momentum that once felt impossible flows into your life like a rising tide. You will feel the release, like a weight lifting off your chest. Your path clears because the season of delay has fulfilled its purpose. Then comes the cleansing, the emotional purge that precedes every elevation. As December 7th approaches, memories may rise unexpectedly. Old emotions may echo through your spirit. This is not regression, it's extraction. The universe is removing what cannot follow you into your next chapter. Waves of emotion may wash over you. Grief that sat too long, heartbreak buried under strength, fear disguised as caution. They rise only to leave. This purge empties the space your pain once occupied, so light can return. You're not breaking down, you're being purified. And when the last wave recedes, you realize the pain you thought defined you was only one chapter in a much larger story. As December 7th nears, you may sense a strange emptiness, a deep stillness, a void. This void is not loss, it is transformation. It is the space between identities, the cocoon before rebirth. In the void, the universe strips away noise, so it can rewire your spirit for the timeline you are entering. You may feel detached from old desires, disconnected from familiar people, uninterested in. This is not confusion, it is ascension. You are being detached from a life that no longer matches your vibration. The void strengthens you, prepares you, reforms you. And when December 7th activates fully, you emerge aligned, awakened, anchored. On this day, your soul contract reignites, passions return, dormant dreams rise, ideas flash with clarity. You remember why you came here. You remember what your spirit signed up for before you arrived in this body. Relationships shift too. Some deepen, some fade, some fall away without effort. This isn't loss, it's sorting. The universe is reorganizing your circle, so you're surrounded by people aligned with your rise. Your reality begins shifting. Intuition heightens. Signs increase. Repeating numbers appear. Dreams become messages. Manifestation speeds up. You begin living in a higher timeline where reality responds to your energy, not your effort. Triggers lose power. Fear dissolves. Awareness expands. You move with clarity instead of confusion, purpose instead of panic, alignment instead of force. December 7th is the threshold where your old life ends and your true timeline begins. This is the psychological reflection of a spiritual shift. Your inner world syncing with a timeline where you operate from grounded truth rather than emotional turbulence. You are evolving beyond the version of yourself who felt powerless and stepping into the version who recognizes their divine authority. And perhaps the most profound part of this dimension shift is the sense of undeniable forward momentum. It feels as though something larger than you is carrying you, guiding you, aligning events with your highest path. The universe is no longer waiting for you to catch up. It is ushering you into your destiny because you have finally reached the vibration required to inhabit it. You no longer walk the same timeline you once trudged through. You are stepping into a reality where your soul leads, your intuition directs, and your purpose determines the unfolding of your journey. December 7th is not just a turning point, it is a dimensional threshold. Once you cross it, your life will no longer feel linear. It will feel destined. You are entering a higher timeline where everything aligns, everything connects, everything rises. You are stepping into the dimension where your true life begins to reveal itself piece by piece, moment by moment, miracle by miracle. For too long, the world has taken pieces of your power through disappointments, betrayals, self-doubt, and circumstances designed to break your spirit. But December 7th initiates a reclamation. You begin to gather energy you didn't even realize you lost. Your confidence strengthens not because of external validation, but because you feel a surge of inner authority awakening. You begin to trust your instincts. You stop shrinking to make others comfortable. You no longer apologize for evolving. This is the moment you reclaim your spiritual sovereignty. The fear that once controlled your decisions loses its grip. The voices that once dictated your choices grow silent. The burdens that once weighed down your spirit become too small to influence you. December 7th marks the return of your power. The power to choose your path, to protect your energy, to create your life, and to embody the fullness of your divine identity without hesitation. Chosen one, divine timing can open doors, but only you can walk through them. December 7th is not just a blessing, it is a summons. The universe has prepared you, aligned you, and elevated you. Now it calls you to act. You will feel an inner push urging you to take steps you once feared. You may be guided to start something new, to release something old, to speak truths you once silenced, or to follow impulses that feel spiritually charged. Hesitation will feel heavier than action because your spirit is no longer aligned with waiting. You have been given clarity, protection, and momentum. Now your destiny requires movement. This is your moment to rise, to claim, to pursue, to step into the life that has been waiting for you. December 7th opens the path, but your courage activates it. Walk forward boldly. The universe supports every step you take. As the divine reset unfolds, something extraordinary begins to happen inside you. An inner awakening that reshapes the way you see yourself and the world around you. For years, you viewed yourself through the distorted lens of past wounds, old narratives, and the voices of people who could not recognize your destiny. But December 7th disrupts that vision. It breaks the mirror that reflected only your limitations and reveals the infinite depth that has been hidden beneath layers of survival and self-doubt. You are beginning to see yourself not as you were told to be, but as you were created to be. Powerful, intuitive, chosen, destined. This awakening rises inside you like a quiet fire, steady, clear, unstoppable. Suddenly you understand why certain paths never opened, why certain people could not stay, why certain opportunities slipped away. You realize you were never being denied. You were being prepared. You begin recognizing your worth in a way that feels ancient, sacred, undeniable. Your presence shifts. Your energy expands. You speak with clarity because you no longer fear being misunderstood. You move with confidence because your identity is no longer built on external validation. You love yourself without hesitation because something in you finally remembers you are a vessel of purpose, a carrier of light. This awakening is irreversible. Once you see your magnitude, you cannot return to smallness. December 7th acts as the divine seal on chapters you kept open out of habit, hope, or fear. Cycles end quietly. Connections fade without conflict. Impulses disappear overnight. These are not signs of loss. They are signs of ascension. You are shedding energies that cannot accompany your rise. You are being freed from timelines that would delay your destiny. The universe is closing what you no longer have the strength to close yourself. And then it happens. A new identity emerges. Not a louder one, not a forced one, but the one that has lived beneath your wounds all along. A version of you who moves with purpose, decides with clarity, and stands in divine authority. December 7th activates this identity, and once awakened, it does not retreat. As the reset stabilizes, the path ahead becomes clear. Signs align. Opportunities appear effortlessly. What is meant for you flows towards you with ease because you finally match the frequency of your blessings. Destiny does not rush. It aligns, and now you align with it. December 7th is your ascension point. The moment your soul said now. The moment your destiny opened its gates and welcomed you in. Chosen one, if you are still here, your spirit recognized truth between every line of this message. You were not guided to this by accident. December 7th is not merely arriving. It is awakening within you. A divine reset has begun. 7 miracles have been released into your path. Your intuition has sharpened. Your purpose has resurfaced. Your timeline has opened. Your destiny is calling you forward. Declare your alignment before you leave. Comment, I am ready for my divine reset. Not for me, for the universe. As your declaration that you step into your destiny with open hands and an awakened heart. Your elevation has already begun. The divine reset starts now. And as this divine shift deepens, you will notice the world responding to you differently. Not because the world changed, but because your frequency did. Doors that were once sealed will soften. People who once overlooked your worth will suddenly sense your strength. Opportunities that felt distant will begin orbiting closer, aligning with the power you now carry. This is the effect of stepping into your true spiritual vibration. Life begins to rearrange itself around you, honoring your rise. You may feel moments where time slows, where intuition becomes louder than logic, where you sense guidance in ways you cannot explain. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations that you are walking in a higher state of awareness, a state where the universe communicates with you through alignment, synchronicity, and inner knowing. You are no longer navigating life blindly. You are co-creating your path with divine intelligence. And as you walk further into this higher timeline, you will notice how naturally you begin releasing old identities, roles you played to survive, masks you wore to be accepted, versions of yourself created from wounds rather than truth. They fall away effortlessly, not with struggle, but with relief. You finally feel safe enough to be who you truly are. You finally feel strong enough to honor your real essence. You finally feel aligned enough to step into your destiny without hesitation. This is the point where transformation becomes embodiment. You are not just healing. You are becoming. You are not just awakening. You are remembering. You are not just shifting. You are rising into the life written for your spirit long before you were born. Everything ahead of you is infused with purpose, protection, and divine orchestration. You are stepping into a chapter where blessings meet you halfway, where alignment becomes natural, and where destiny unfolds with grace and certainty. Your new timeline is already active. All that remains is for you to walk it with faith, courage, and the full knowing that you were chosen for this.